What's up, witches? It's me and Pi here with not an unboxing, but another video about Samhain, this time of the year. And I want to specifically focus on a practice called keening, a working called keening. And this is something that I do practically every Samhain, depending. Pi is watching the incense smoke. This could get very interesting. Anyway, keening, the first time I did a keening was a big public ritual that I went to up in Cleveland on Public Square. And witches from all over the place came, and it was in this big, like village green type space, big flat open space. And there were several hundred people there, I would say. It was big. They did a regular ritual. They had, I'm sure it was probably ACE, the Association for Consciousness Expansion or Consciousness Exploration. I can never remember which one it is. I think they were the ones that put it on. This has been a group that's been active for many, many years. They put on the Starwood Festival. And there was this beautiful Samhain ritual. So we went up. They did the invocation and energy raising. There was drumming. It was just a great ritual. ACE always does a fabulous job. And in the middle of it, they invited the women in to do this keening. And I went into the center not really knowing what was expecting. I know what keening is. Keening is wailing. It's the wailing of women. If you watch, like Middle Eastern burials where the women wail, I mean, it is this release of energy. And where this, the energetic foundation of this, I guess is what I want to say, is it's the sound that opens the gateway between life and death. In childbirth, the toning, the wailing of women opens the gate for a life to come into the world, and it opens the gate for a life to leave the world. And I will tell you that my experiences with childbirth, I've had both of my children at home. Actually, I've had two of my children at home. The third of my children was birthed in a hospital and was given up for adoption. And it was a massively different experience, mostly because of where I was at the time. At any rate, giving birth at home naturally, especially with my son Tam, who was the second of them, I did a lot of toning. With my daughter, I was very quiet, and I don't know how. Because with my son, the energy was so big that if I did not make sound, I felt like I was going to explode. So I was mooing and toning. It's also a fact that, another aside, it's also a fact that the tone of these muscles has everything to do with the tone of those muscles. And if your jaw and your mouth and your throat are soft and relaxed, everything down there is going to be relaxed. When you tighten up here, everything down there tightens up too. So when things are tight, they get painful. Anyway, keening is the wailing of women that opens the gate. Let's just go with that definition. And, it happens as a natural thing. I mean, if you've ever seen someone in the first throes of abject grief, that's the sound that's made. So in this ritual in Cleveland, when we went into the center for the keening, and I remember drumming, and I think it was just like shamanic drumming, boom, 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 boom. And somebody started it, and we went, and it was the first time I had heard anything like that come out of myself. And this is me being a rock and roll singer on stage putting out some big fucking noises, right? Because it was hard rock. But I had never experienced something that big coming through me, the energy coming through me. And it immediately brought the emotion with it. I was immediately tears pouring and weeping. And I was thinking I was going to go out there and sing, but it just took me. The energy just took me. And it was so powerful. I mean, I could feel this cone going up and something opening. When I've done this ritual with Mother Drum, through Mother Drum and with personal groups and, small coven ritual. It's been just as powerful, but I find that I have to sometimes work hard to encourage and convince people to let that sound out, because it is powerful, because it can be scary. I mean, it feels so big when it moves through you, and it brings such emotion with it that it can kind of be scary, particularly if you have grief that's locked in, if you have unexpressed emotional energy that has gone toxic, like with depression. It's going to really rock you. And so people resist. And also, just voice is very intimate. We are really trained into doing proper things with our voices, particularly women. We're not supposed to speak loudly. We're not supposed to be harsh. We're not supposed to be strident, brazen, bitchy, all of these things that are that keening energy is like right there. So it's difficult to allow a sound to move through us without judging it. We think about just opening your mouth and going, is very close to singing, and we have a lot of hang-ups around singing and what that sounds like, and if we sound right, and if our voice is good, if we're any good. Am I good at it? Am I any good at it? Keening is not about good, bad. It is not about singing. It's not about what it sounds like. It's about what it feels like. And this is a foundation of any kind of energy working. Key, ding, 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 ding. Key of any energy working is that the focus needs to be on what it feels like when you're producing it, not what it appears to be afterwards. For instance, shamanic dancing is not what it looks like from the outside. It's what it feels like to move your body in that way. Keening and chanting are not about what they sound like after they've left your body. They're about what it feels like to produce them, the energy of producing. Doing like automatic writing, which isn't really an energy raising thing, it's a communication thing, but it's not about what the handwriting looks like on the other side, right? It's about the state that you're in when you produce it. So I want to say the state that you're in when you produce it. And the state to be in for energy raising and energy production is relaxed and open, grounded, and what's the other one? What do I want to say? I guess just willing to do, willing to act and let it go without judging it. And then you will experience something. So you're going to hear what it sounds like when it comes out the other side, and you will have an experience of that. But the thing is that you don't use the experience of what it sounds like to then alter what you're doing to produce the sound, unless it's like kind of weak and strained, and I'm not really letting this go, and you acknowledge, okay, I can let go more than let go. Letting go can be a seriously scary thing for a lot of people. And this is one of the reasons Samhain is so scary, because we are letting go of everything that's come before. We're letting go of the summer and the season and everything that's been growing, and we're facing the unknown and the dark. So, that's a scary time of year. And letting go of yourself and your ego and any desire to control something is the place you want to be to really move some energy. Really move some energy. And again, not totally out of control. We have to be in control of the process that we're doing. We want to direct our energies in a way so there's going to be focus to it. Focus and concentration, but not so much control. I think that's what I want to say. Let me know your thoughts on this. So using this in a ritual, what you want to do is, this will be the centerpiece of a ritual. And this is also an amazing thing to do for any requiem ritual. I think should have a keening as part of it. It's a tremendously healing thing because of the energy and the emotions that it pulls out of you. And you might find a keening going from a keening to just, quieting down into everybody sitting and weeping together. And what a healing thing that is, too. We are so vulnerable when we're in grief and weeping, and we tend to closet ourselves away sometimes. We don't want people to see us weeping. So if you can use a keening to open up the gate and then let the grief energy follow, and together with the people that mean a lot to you, to continue weeping together and witnessing each other's grief and supporting each other's grief, it's an extremely powerful thing. And what it can do, at this point of Samhain, doing it like this clears out. It is the harvest. You're harvesting all the emotions of the season that's gone before and feeling them fully so that you can release them and be clean going into the new part of the year. And nothing will clean you out like a keening. I'm serious about that. I probably have a lot more to say about this, but I don't know what it is right now. So I'm going to wrap it up. Again, these kind of bite-sized little videos about Samhain and practices that you can do for Samhain. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you have any questions, let me know. I will certainly answer them. Please like this video. It'll help more people see what I do. And subscribe to my channel. That helps me out too. Down below, you can donate. You can join my Patreon. You can join my Discord. There's a lot more to come as I go step by step to build the Luniverse here. Thank you so much for being with me. I hope you'll join me tomorrow for another unboxing and more videos on astrology and tarot and witchcraft and Samhain and Buddhism and all kinds of stuff. Hang out with me. I'm so glad you're here. Please stay safe until I see you again tomorrow. Until then, this is the Zen Witch. Blessed be.